2 Timothy 3:16.
Mm. All scripture is given by inspiration of the heart, but is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Okay. Now we'll talk about that, Jacob. I'm gonna think about that. Have you ever took any medicine and it say shake well before you use it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is what Father has to do with some of his people. He has to shake them up. You got to shake them well before they are usable. Look at where Yeshua had the disciples. Did not those disciples have to get shaken up every now and then? They did, didn't they? They had to get shaken up. We got to get shaken up. We know Jacob had a strong character, but we also knew that Father had told who? The mother who the blessing was going to go to. And he didn't tell the daddy. Because he knew that Isaac was going to give what? The blessing to his firstborn son, which would have been Esau. Father said, no, that's not how you going to, that's not how I'm going to do it. You see, when Father got something for you, it's for you. Because he checked him out in the womb. He checked him out in the womb. And what did he say? Jacob I love, Esau I hate. Then he called Esau a profane individual. Didn't he? Think about this. Then Joseph. Look at the things Joseph had to go through. His brothers didn't like it. So they sold him. And that same brother that they sold was the one that was going to save him from dying of hunger. Think about that. So, as that famine came, Father already had Joseph in place, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then in the 11th verse of 43 chapter of Genesis, it says, then their father Israel said to them, it must be. Then do this. Put some of the best products of the land in your bags and take them down to the man as a gift. A little balm, a little honey, some spices, some myrrh, some pistachios, and some almonds. Take double the amount of silver with you. If you must return the silver that was put back into the mouth of your sacks, perhaps it was a mistake. Take your brother also and go back to the man at once. And may Ahia Almighty grant you mercy for the man, so that he will let your brother and Benjamin come back with you. As for me, I am bereaved. Because see, the daddy didn't know what the father was doing through the son, did he? Talking about Joseph. The Most High had a plan, didn't he? But everybody wasn't involved. Everybody that that was involved in the plan didn't know what the plan was. They didn't see what was happening. They could only see natural when spiritual things was happening in their very midst. They had a belief, but they didn't know. Father be doing stuff. Do you know what's happening every single time he's moving? Sometimes you don't know he's moving until after he done moved. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
After he done delivered and made you free. Hebrews 12:5 again. Have you forgotten the exhortation which is addressed to you as sons? My son, do not regard lightly the discipline of a higher, nor faint when you are reproved by him. 2:11. All discipline for the moment seems not to be joyful, but sorrowful. Yet to those who have been trained by it, afterward it yields a peaceful fruit of righteousness. We have to embrace his chastisement, because he's trying to give us some of his holiness. See, we can endure the chastisement now because we can see what? His what? Coming on us.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving us something. He want to give us his. Some of him. Getting us closer to him. Don't do stuff to get chastised. We do enough on our own. Don't be trying to get no whooping.
You don't want this.
Are you hearing?
Yeah.
So everybody want more holiness. I can get a whooping so I can give me some more holiness. Now too wrong don't make no right. Be doing no wrong. Don't be doing wrong on purpose. Some things we need to avoid. Especially these two wrong responses we need to avoid. We need to avoid how we regard the discipline of a higher. Don't regard it lightly. You're not to regard the discipline of the Most High lightly. And how would you do that? When we think it's unworthy or serious. It's how we think about things. I ain't gonna think much about it. I'm just gonna carry on. When Father is trying to say something, we need to stop and listen. It might be difficult, but we need to always ask him what it is that he would have us to learn. Because he don't do stuff for no reason. He got a purpose and a plan, and you don't know the purpose and the plan, so you need to ask him what it is.
24/7.
Number 2, do not faint in the discipline of the Most High. And what's that? It's saying, oh, it's too much. I can't go through that. Everything is against me. No, it ain't. If he for you, who can be against you? I can do all things. Oh, see, you forgot about all that, right?
This session is no longer being recorded.
My voice is Talk to me. I know it was short.
I just got one comment, and that was when you talked about people repenting and Father taking them because he know they gonna mess up, and that brought me back to my sister, because I knew, my sister had she gotten out of the hospital, she was gonna go right back to what she was doing, and she was, because she had already said that when she got out, she was going to help her son. In other words, she was going to lie. She was going to, do some underhanded stuff just to help her son. But she had already repented, and all she wanted to do. I know my sister knew that, there was a possibility that she may not make it, but she wanted to help her son. And I truly believe that that's the reason why, it was her, I believe she repented. She gave her life back to Hyatt, and then she died. So, and I believe that because me and my girlfriend talked about it, and we were like, he knew she was going to go back out there and do wrong, and he took her. I believe that. I believe that with everything in me. And then when you said that,
The recording
just really
started.
really actually confirmed what I was
This session is
already
no longer
believing
being recorded.
about my sister. That he knew she was gonna go back out there and do wrong, and he took her.
See, that's what we got to do. See, we got to be aware of that. He is sovereign. He is sovereign. He know who ready to come in, and he ain't gonna let some people go do what they think they gonna do. It's just not gonna happen, because he's not gonna lose. He's not gonna lose the soul battle. He's just not. He's not gonna lose it. See, it's just like if we ask him for healing, and then you say the person, didn't they get healed? Okay, so they got healed. You wasn't direct. Will you heal them and let them come back to be with us? You gotta ask. You see what I'm saying? You need to ask. You need to find out what his purpose and what his plan is, so you can be on the same page. You see what I'm saying? When we talk about getting the understanding,
Right.
that's part of getting the understanding.
You got to be specific with the Father in heaven, with the Higher.
Why you getting mad?
You got to be specific. That means you got to know his name. And you're praying to him.
It's not the end, it's the beginning, isn't it?
Right.
So why we get mad? See, the folk down in Louisiana have some crazy things, but at least they be happy when they be going to the graveyard, don't they?
True.
They be having a party, don't they?
Literally.
For everybody, whether they was right or whether they were wrong, ain't that right? See?
That's what I want, if I pass away. People to be celebrating, having a party because I passed away. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We got to unlearn some things. This is why it's so important for us to be on page with the Most High. And ask him. When we be going through, Father, what am I supposed to learn? What are you trying to teach me? Don't get mad. What is he teaching you? He is forming a character in you. He's trying to take you somewhere. Will you go?
Don't get mad, be glad.
Will you learn the lesson? You can't learn the lesson if you don't know what you're supposed to be learning. That's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But we failed a lot because we didn't ask him, what are you teaching me? What am I supposed to learn from this? Does it make sense? Because he's going to tell you. See, when Yeshaya came, he knew what the purpose was, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He knew what his purpose was, didn't he? So he did his purpose. He followed the plan. But when we come here, we don't know the purpose and the plan, do we?
Nope.
Like he did.
We're not connected that part that way.
Right, because whom he did know, he did for what? He did predestinate. And whom he predestinated them, he called. It is not no strange thing that we are here today because he knew we were going to be here today. He called us at the time when he wanted to do it. We might have said, I wish we'd have done it earlier, but it wasn't time for early because we was too wild. Yeah, we had to get to the place where he wanted us to be. And once we got to the place where he wanted us to be, then he said, okay, now it's time. Let me show you something. See, like that song, I'm going to say it for me. I can't go back. I won't go back. Why? Because I can't. Y'all should be able to say the same thing. Isn't that right? We cannot go back to where we used to be.
Because I was a nobody back then. Why would I go backwards? I want to be going forward.
Really?
Unmuted.
You're right, sir. Because for me, I was like, why would I want to go backwards when I can keep going forward and looking towards the Father and asking Him? Because if we don't ask the Father, ask Ahaya Shahaya for guidance and for what He wants us to do, for, like in detail on what He wants us to do, we will never know what He wants us to actually do until that time comes. So His time comes, and then He'll show us what He wants us to do, or He'll make us do it. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna get done.
See? But if we ask what the purpose and the plan, what the lesson is, then when it comes
Muted.
execute, you can execute.
Right.
Person, did y'all move?
Oh.
Unmuted.
No, sir, not yet. We're still getting ready. We still have one more week to get everything all settled. I'm just waiting for my fund to come in so we can get some more boxes and other different items that we need so we can actually move and pack up.
All right. So next week sometime?
Yes, sir. Next week I won't be here with you at this time, but I will try to get on Saturday and Friday and Saturday. At least try to.
Okay.
But I won't be here like right at this point in time with y'all guys next week.
All right. Okay. Understand.
Muted.
I just thought maybe y'all had moved during the week. That's all.
Nah, I'll be moving
trying
soon.
to get us to do. We got to be teachable. We got to be coachable. We got to go through the training.
Gotta be coachable, teachable,
See?
and gotta be understanding too.
He trying to toughen us up.
You have to be like a comedian. Not a comedian. Chameleon, sorry. Gotta be like a chameleon. Flexible and easier and very easy to adapt.
You done ran with me and then they done wore you out. How you can compete with, it was a profit that I ran them horses, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. See? Nice. Yeah, I ran them horses. Cause the rain was finna come down.
There ain't gonna be no rain, see.
chastisement was because he loved you, because he wanted to share his righteousness, his holiness with you. The whole purpose is to benefit us. His chastisement is a benefit. He putting stuff in us. But we can't look at it like the spankings and whoopings and beatings and whatever you want to say that we got when we was growing up, because that was totally different. That was for a whole nother reason, wasn't it? So that we wouldn't embarrass them. You see? But when Father do it, he doing it because he loves us, and I want to share some of myself with you. Yeah, I'm going to get you close to me. Come on over here and tell me thank you. Let me give you this righteousness right here. Ain't that something? We did wrong, and he want to give us righteousness by showing us what we did wrong and disciplining us. Because when you look at Hebrews 12, that word discipline, the word that's translated training, discipline, it means disciple. I need to disciple you. I need to disciple you. Remember what Yeshua said? I chose you that you might be with me, that I might send you out to preach. He discipled them before they became apostles. They was trained before they became apostles. They was disciples, and when they was disciples, they was in training. Y'all understand? Jerry, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. What you think about that?
About the discipline and being trained and everything like that?
Yes,
Well, been there, done that.
Been there, done that. So you understand that, huh? That have some experience with that.
Oh, yeah.
See, when you get the experience, yeah, that's true. I've experienced that right there. That's not new. He ain't changed. He's doing it to everybody. Oh, I didn't know he did it to everybody. I thought it was just me. No, that's just the way he is. He ain't no respecter person, is he?
No.
No, he's not.
And like I said, it don't feel good. It don't feel good at all.
No. Big
But
time.
But the end result.
But then when you know that the discipline is that he wants to, the end of it is he wants to share his righteousness with you, you can endure that, can't you?
Right.
Because the reward at the end is better, ain't it?
Facts.
We have what? A better character? Our walk is better? Our talk is better?
Life is better.
Our health is better? Because we're prospering, right? Our soul would be prospering, so our health would be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, look at it like that. Of being able to say that I have the experience and get to know his love and his mercy and his goodness and his kindness. See? So therefore you done been through, so you can tell somebody else, hey, it's okay to go through with him. Because in the end, your character gonna be better. He gonna share his righteousness with you while you going through. After you done went through, your reward is he gonna share his righteousness with you and pull you closer to him. So we can endure anything. It didn't say we was gonna like it. It said we can do it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all with me?
Yes.
Did this help?
Unmuted.
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to let you know that he is always, but he will cause
Muted.
go through some things to bring our character the way he wants it to be. Sometimes my character get twisted. He don't want it twisted. He want it straight.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing 50% hard. He want 100% hard. See? Oh, I like that, but he didn't like that. So he got to show us not to like that. We got to hate that because he hates. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's walk is going to be different. The chastisement might be different, but the results will be the same. Our character will be changed. We'll get his righteousness, and we'll get closer to him. Are you feeling?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay? Questions or comments?
Unmuted.
None for me.
No questions?
Nope.
No comments?
You see, none for me.
All right then. All right then. I'm glad y'all enjoyed, and I'm glad for the conversation of the Apple review.
Muted.
So you know how we do. Me, 12, 13.